Hello everyone, this is me Yarun Soni, and in this lecture we are going to cover mountain ranges and types of mountain we will study, and one by one we are going to cover everything in this particular lecture. So before we jump or deep down into our particular chapter, which is mountain ranges, I'm going to show something what we are going to cover in this particular one-shot video of mountains. So one by one, let me introduce with each chapter. So if you're watching in this video, this is a recorded video if you're watching. So make sure you subscribe the channel. And if you're watching it live, so make sure to share with your friends and family. And let's start with our first content, which is mountain ranges. So in this, we have mountain ranges. We will study mountain ranges, the Himalayan range, Purvanchal range, Vindhyachal range, or we can say Vidyan range, Satpura range, Aravalli range. If we look more, we have Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. So total 8 chapters we have in this particular video, or we can say we are going to cover in this particular one short video. So now let's jump into the Indian mountain range. Hope everything is clear to all of you. Now, firstly, let's analyze or let's understand the mountain ranges. So India has some of the highest mountain range in the world. Okay, so it also has some of world's highest mountain roads. Now, if I talk about the Himalayan mountain range, so the famous and the highest mountain hills of India. So we can say the Himalayan range is the highest and the famous mountain hill of India. Now, the Himalayan mountain range bisects India from the rest of Asia. The mountain is primary source of mighty rivers in India. ओके, तो अगर हम बात करें कि यहाँ पे हिमालयन माउंटेन रेंज, तो हमारा जो बाइसेक्ट करता है इंडिया को, ये दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर देता है, इंडिया को और रेस्ट ऑफ एशिया को. फ्रॉम दिस वी हैव अ सोर्स ऑफ रिवर्स. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे रिवर्स जो हमारे निकलते हैं, हमारे कहाँ से निकलते हैं, माउंटेन रेंज से, वो की जो कि हिमालयन माउंटेन रेंज हम उसको बोलते हैं. नाउ अब ये लगता कैसा हिमालयन रेंज, तो इफ वी now as you can see the geographical map of India. Now I am using this yellow. This is little much darker, so let me use some more colors. Uh, Black. Okay, black with this fine. Now Himalayan range lies here. As you can see, the Himalayan range is like something like this. So here there is a part of India. These are the parts of India. I am roughly drawing this, so you have an idea of what I am talking about. So this is all about the Himalayas. As you can see, Himalayas is this. Okay, here we have China, and after that Afghanistan, Pakistan, Here we have Bangladesh in this region and Mizoram and Myanmar like this. So we have some mountain ranges and the boundaries or the we can say international boundaries. Now we have Aravalli range as well, Satpura range, Vidyan range. Those we have already have in our contents, which I have already tell you that what we will going to study. These are the contents, and here we can see these are the mountain ranges we are going to study. Now, if we deep down, I am sharing this video with you all. So, how you will learn or we study this particular map? As you can see, this particular line shows the international boundary, and dotted line are showing the state duty boundaries or unit territory boundaries, and these are the rivers, and this indicates mountain peaks. Okay. Now we have first chapter are Himalayan range. So this is India's physical map. Here we have this triangle pattern which shows the mountain range. So we have Karakoram, Kamet, Nana Devi, and these are the Great Himalayan range as you can see here. Okay. Now we have some geography for it. So for the geography purpose, I am using green color. So we have a good mind mapping for the particular ocean. So if I talk about geography, so the Himalayas stretch across the northeastern portion of India. So Himalaya range कहाँ पे हमारा stretch करता है? Northeastern portion of India. Here we can make the notes as well. So notes इसको आप बनाते रहिए और अगर आप इसको लाइव नहीं रिकॉर्डेड देख रहे हैं तो इसको पॉज करके नोट्स बनाते रहिए साथ साथ जैसे आपको अपने वर्ड्स और हैंड राइटिंग में अच्छे से समझ आएगा. So I am sharing this video as well. You can join the WhatsApp group. I am sharing the WhatsApp link as well after this lecture. So make sure to join this and यहाँ वहाँ पे मैं ये आपको PDF प्रोवाइड कर दूंगा. तो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पोर्शन हमारा ये क्रॉस करता है हिमालय रेंज स्ट्रेच करता है. इट कवर अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1500 meters or sorry 1500 miles which is 2400 kilometers and pass through the nations of India like this is most important. It is asked in various exam कि हमारा जो हिमालयन रेंज है वो किस किस से पास करता है. सो इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, चाइना, Bhutan, Nepal. So the Himalayan range is made up of three parallel regions, often referred as Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and Outer Himalayas. तो ये तीन चीजों से मिलकर हमारा एक फॉर्म होता है ये हिमालय, which is Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and Outer Himalayas. Now, if I talk about ecology, तो इट हैज मतलब यहाँ पे क्या क्या हमें मिलते हैं हिमालय रेंज में, बेसिकली ये कहना चाह रहा है. तो इकोलॉजी से हमारा ये मतलब होता है. सो माउंटेन, ग्रासलैंड एंड shrubland, temperature, coniferous forest, temperature, broadleaves and mixed forest, tropical and subtropical broadleaf forest. Now, we have talked about ecology. Now, some more most important data we have to learn, which is highest peak. Now, mountain Everest at 29,029 feet, which is approximately 8,048 848 meters, which is not only the highest peak in the Himalayas but highest peak in the entire planet. So this is the most important aspect of the Himalayan, which is the highest peak, 8,400 848 meters. This is a direct question. So you can ask from the various SSC exams and GD exams. So you can mark it as well. Now, other famous peaks include Karakoram, which is also known as K2, Kailash, Kanchenjunga, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna, and Manasku, or we can say Manaskulu peaks. Now, if we talk about what rivers are coming from the Himalayas, so we have the Himalayan or the source of Indus, the Yangtze, and Ganga Brahmaputra. All the three major rivers system are the continent of Asia. Now, the main rivers source in the Himalayas are the Ganga, Indus, Yarun, Yangtze Yellow, Mekong, and Nuziang. So these are the rivers coming from the Himalayan ranges. Now, if we talk about glaciers, what glaciers we have in the Himalayan ranges? So the Himalayan are the third largest deposit of ice and snow. So this is the most important static GK question can be asked from the various exams, like which is the third largest deposit of ice and snow. So we have the mark Himalayan range. So the Himalayan are the third highest deposit of ice and snow in the world af- after Antarctica and Arctic. So we have Antarctica, Arctic, and Himalayan. So these are the three major deposits of ice and snow. There are approximately 15,000 glaciers located throughout the range. So this is a very big number. At 48 miles, which is 72 kilometers in length, and the Himalayan Siachen Glacier is the largest glacier outside poles. So as you have already seen in various news channels, Siachen border. So here it is located, which is in a Himalayan range. So other notable glaciers located in the Himalaya include Bairdun, Baifo, Nubra, and Isfur. Now, if we talk about passes, what passes we have? So we have Rohtangla, Hadrungla, Southkol, Juzila, and Nathuletic. So if I pronounce it something wrong, so make it clear from the spelling here. I have already written here Nathuletic. So pronunciation may be different, but you have to understand the basic passes. So Rohtangla is the very famous. So it must be for make a sense of confusion. Exam can be asked from the right, like which is the four, or they provide two different passes and two passes from this particular Himalayan range. So we have to understand all the four passes are belong to Himalayan range, and you have to mark the particular two Himalayan range passes from that option. So make sure to understand and learn all the passes as well. Now, moving more, we have another chapter which is the Purvanchal range. Now, what is Purvanchal range? Purvanchal lies somewhere between or around in Bangladesh, Myanmar. So it lies here, which is Purvanchal range called Arunachal Pradesh. It is surrounded by Arunachal Pradesh, and here Brahmaputra river also touches this Purvanchal range. Bangladesh is near to Purvanchal and Myanmar as well. Okay, now we will dig down into the geography of this Purvanchal range. For that, we are going to use green pen. So they extend over an area about 37,900 square miles, which is 98,000 square kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh, as I already said, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and Eastern Assam states. This is the geography portion of this particular Purvanchal range. Now, if I talk about the area is bounded by Bangladesh, as from the map it is very clear. So if you are able to read the map, you don't have to learn or anything. You just have to watch that particular map and the significant sign provided in the map. From that, you can easily learn about the boundaries and surrounded region. Like, for example, if I talk about, I didn't know what is the around surrounded by Myanmar, or where the Myanmar is located, where is the Arunachal or Purvanchal range. So I just came here, and Purvanchal range I have seen in this particular map. Now I have seen that Myanmar is near to the Purvanchal, Bangladesh, Mizo Hills. So these are the neighboring portion of the Purvanchal range. So from that I can easily analyze that how the geographical region would be looking in real. So that's how you have to understand the geography portion. Now if moving further, so the area is bounded by Bangladesh to the southmost, southwest, Myanmar, Burma to the southeast, and China to the northeast. Now, if I talk about the highest peak, so the highest peak in this region is Mount Thapa. So this is the important portion. You can mark as well, or you can write in your notes. So the highest peak is Mount Thapa in Arunachal Pradesh with an elevation of 15,020 feet, which is approx 4,578 meters. Now, the Patkai and the associated mountain ranges, including the Mishmi Naga, or we can say Mishmi Naga, Manipur, Tripura, and Mizo Hills that run through this region as referred to the collectively as Purvanchal, Purva, East, and Anchal Mountains. So here is the breakdown of why it is Purvanchal because it is located where is East and which is Anchal, which is mountain. So East Mountain is the worldly meaning of the Purvanchal. Now, if we talk about vegetation, so the vegetation is diverse, ranging from tropical evergreen to temperate evergreen and coniferous, and it includes the species of oak, chestnut, birch, magnolia, cherry, maple, laurel, and fig. There are also extensive bamboo thickets. Okay, so this is the important vegetation of this particular Purvanchal range. Now, moving further, we have rivers. For rivers, I am going to use sky blue color, which is the sign of what is water. Exactly. So now, if I talk about the major rivers are the Lohit, Horidiang, Tiung, Kusiara, Tumti, Kaldan, Manipur, Iksu, Nantalika, or we can say Nantalik, and Nayura. So these are the important rivers. Now we have again chapter third, which is the Vindhyan range. So here we have Himalaya. Okay. Now where is Vindhyan range? As I said earlier, we can also analyze the particular range from the map also. So as you can see, the Vidyan located is here, which is near Aravali, Satpura, and here is a Ganga plateau, or you can see there is Kutch, Rande Kutch, which is near Gujarat, we can say the Gujarat portion. So these are the rough points of the particular Vidyan range. Now, moving further, we have the geography of it. So Vindhyan range is Broca ranges from, or you can say Vidyan range, a broad range of hills forming a southern escarpment of the central upland of India. Now, from Gujarat state on the west, so यहाँ पे हमारा गुजरात स्टेट लगता है जो कि वेस्ट में है. It extends about 675 miles, which is across 1086 kilometers. Across Madhya Pradesh state about the Ganga, or we can say Ganga River Valley near Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. ठीक है, ये हमारी हो गई ज्योग्राफी की बात. The mountain from the southern edge of the Malwa Plateau and the divide into two branches, which is Taimur Range and running north of the Sun River into western Bihar state and southern branch running between the upper reaches of the Sun and Narmada rivers to the meet the Satpura Range in Maikala Range, or we can say Amarkantak Plateau. So this is the very important portion of this particular range. You can mark as the important points because this is the most important in this particular chapter, which is third chapter. We are talking about what Vidyan range. Now moving further, if we talk about highest peaks, we have here. So we have highest peak, which is for the highest peak of the point of Vidya is Sad Bhavna Shikhar, or we can say Goodwill Peak. So this is the important again because In exams, it can ask like what will be the goodwill peak means. So it is a Sadbhavna Shikhar, you can say, which is located where in Vidyan range, which lies 2,467 feet, which is approx 752 meters above the sea level, also known as the Kalumur Peak or Kalumbe Peak. It is near Singrampur in that, or you can say Damoha district, in the area as known as Harnar or Pan Hills. It is a hill I have marked as well, so हाँ, Pan Hills, ठीक है, इसको बनरल और बोल सकते हैं और पन हिल्स भी बोला जाता है. नाउ पन्ना हिल्स, सॉरी. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द रिवर्स, so it gives a rise to the main southern tributaries of the Ganga Yamuna system, including the Chambal, Betwa, Ken, and Tons river. So now we have the chapter 4, which is Satpura range. So for the Satpura range, now we look into the where is Satpura located. So as you can see, Satpura where it is a gigantic plain, gigantic plain, and it is a Satpura range. So now, if we talk about the Satpura range, the geography of the Satpura range of hills part of Deccan Plateau, which is where Western India, and it is near gigantic plain, as you can see here. Now, the hill is stretched for some 60 miles, which is 900 kilometers, across the widest part of peninsular India through Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh state. So we have Satpura range is triangular with the apex of Ratanpuri, other two sides being parallel to the Tapti, Sacred or Narmada river. So the Narmada and the Tapti are the only two major, this is the important one, you can mark as well. So the Narmada and the Tapti are the only major rivers that flow into the Arabian Sea. Now we have the highest peak. So the highest peak of the Satpura mountain range is Dhupgarh with a height of 1350 meters, or we can say 4,429 feet in Madhya Pradesh, with peaks more than 4,000, or we can say 1,200 meters high. The Satpura range includes the Mahadeo Hills to the north and Maikalka, or we can say Maikala range to the east, and the Rajpipla Hills to the west. If we talk about the vegetation, so we have the vegetation here. It is largely forested, dissected plateau country, and it contains valuable peak stands in the west. So you can see here what this particular hills in blue color indicates hills, as we already talked about out in the before starting the lecture. Now we have fifth chapter, which is Aravalli range. It is an important one, so read it carefully or watch it carefully. So the Aravalli range lies where it is surrounded near Delhi, and it touches the Rajasthan portion as well, and here our Aravalli range lies. If we talk about the geography, so Aravalli range also is spelled Aravalli range hill. Okay, of northern India, running off the northeasterly for 350 miles, which is 560 kilometers through Rajasthan state. Isolated rocky offshoots continue to the south of Delhi. The Aravalli Range is eroded stub of a range of ancient flooded mountains. Now, if we talk about the highest peak, the Guru Peak on Mount Abu, the highest peak in the Aravalli Range. If we talk about the rivers, so it gives rise to several rivers including Banas, Luni, Sakhi, and Sabarmati. So Sabarmati, you have heard about this river very much. I can show that. So these are the other important river, which is Banas, Luni, Sakhi, and Sabarmati. Now we have a particular map for it. So you can go through it. I'm sharing this PDF in our group. You can join that group from the description as well. Now, if we talk about the Western Ghats, which are at chapter 6, so Western Ghats is these are the some Western Ghats, or this is a Western Ghat hotspot, and this is Western Ghats catchments. So these are the you can say ये हमारा मेन पार्ट है वेस्टर्न घाट्स का और ये उससे जो टच्ड है ये सारे वेस्टर्न घाट्स हैं ओके वेस्टर्न घाट्स के सराउंडेड एरिया हैं सारे नाउ if we talk about the geography, the range starts near the border of Gujarat. गुजरात से ये शुरू होता है हमारा एंडिंग एट कन्याकुमारी और कन्याकुमारी पे हमारा एंड हो जाता है about 60% of Sahyadri range is located in the state of Karnataka. तो 60% हमारा कहाँ पे लोकेटेड होता है कर्नाटका में इकोलॉजी की बात करें तो दिस एरिया इज वन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड 10 हॉटेस्ट बायोडाइवर्सिटी हॉटस्पॉट तो ये वर्ल्ड का कौन सा हमारा आता है 10th नंबर पे आता है बायोडाइवर्सिटी में 10 hottest biodiversity hotspot में The Arabian Sea area is known as the Konkan area, one of the best tourist attraction in India. Okay, so Arabian Sea area इसको बोलते हैं कोंकण एरिया को और ये हमारा बेस्ट टूरिस्ट अट्रैक्शन है इंडिया में So we have a green city. Pune is the highest city within a mountain range in Maharashtra. So पुणे हमारे बहुत सारे माउंटेन होते हैं वो किस वजह से होते हैं हमारे दिस पर्टिकुलर रेंज की वजह से द वेस्टर्न घाट्स माउंटेन रेंजेस मेक अप impressive for fortress all along with Kerala. There are several beautiful hill station and wildlife sanctuary in Kerala. Okay, now we have some peaks which is Anai Modi in the Anamari Hills in Kerala is the highest peak in Western Ghats. The Ghats also offer the best valleys, scenery view throughout the journey. That's why the tourism is very flourished in this particular region. Now, if I talk about the rivers, so the major river system originating in the Western Ghats are the Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna, Hamir, Paranai, and Tungabhadra rivers. These are the rivers of this Western Ghats. So, these are the sign of the mountain as I talked earlier. So, you can go through the particular map and analyze it. So, you can easily learn and practice. Now, if we talk about the seventh chapter, last but not least, we have one more chapter after that. So, the Eastern Ghats, if I talk about, so Western Ghats is light somewhere here. So, Eastern Ghats is somewhere here, which is these are the Eastern Ghats. So, thus, how can you analyze it? These are the Eastern Ghats denoted from this particular gray color, and the state boundary is like this. Okay, with this particular sign. Now, if I talk about the geography, so the Eastern Ghat is a irregular range of mountains. Its range starts from the West Bengal to the Tamil Nadu. West Bengal से शुरू होता है तमिलनाडु में एंड हो जाता है रिवर्स की बात करें तो इट इंक्लूड्स फोर मेजर रिवर्स द गोदावरी महानंदी कृष्णा एंड होली रिवर होली कावेरी ओके so the Nilgiri Hills, the Blue Mountains in Tamil Nadu lies at the junction of the eastern and the western Ghats. This area has the largest population of the Indian elephant. यहाँ पे इंडियन एलिफेंट की लार्जेस्ट हमारी क्या होती है पॉपुलेशन होती है. These discontinuous mountain ranges run parallel to the Bay of Bengal. Now, if we talk about the highest peak, so the Shivori Hills is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. So you can mark it as well because it is a single highest peak. So it might be important for the exam perspective. Now we are going to the map portion. So these are the Eastern Ghats, as you can see. These are the Eastern Ghats, and these are the Western Ghats, which lies here. And here is the Tamil Nadu. These are the Shivori Hills, Vellore, and these are the Eastern Ghats. Okay, as in these are the I am sharing that that's how you can learn. Okay, so I have taught you all the 7 chapters, and I might be missed one chapter, which is Eastern Ghats. Okay, let me give some time. I will just open Western Ghats. Okay, you know, uh, so if I talk about the Western Ghats, if you need this PDF, let me comment the group link and you can join there and access to the important books PDF. Okay, so let the PDF open. Until unless, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So yes, that's all about the chapter. We have talked earlier. Yes, we have done all the chapters. So this is all about the particular session. I have taught you mountain ranges, uh, Himalaya range, Purvanchal range, Vindhyachal range, Satpura range, Aravalli range, Western Ghat, and Eastern Ghat. I have given all the brief description of all these mountain ranges and ghats. So hopefully you have watched it very well and it will be helpful in your exams. So thank you from my side. I'm signing off and all the best for your exam. Thank you.